Hello friends, welcome to my channel ELS English Literature Studies with Kaur Harpreet. Today I will discuss another form of drama, that is the masque. In my previous videos I have discussed another forms of drama. If you are interested, you can check those videos. Actually I have started a series on what is drama and what are the different forms of drama. Link will be provided to you in the description box. If you are interested, you can check that playlist, right? So let's get started with today's topic, that is the masque. Friends, a masque was a lavish dramatic entertainment, often spoken in verse, usually performed by disguised players representing mythological or allegorical figures, right? Or in simple words, we can say it is a form of aristocratic or royal dramatic presentation that originated in Italy, but it became popular in the English court and the great houses of the nobility during the late 16th and early 17th century, right? Originally it consisted of dancing, but later on it included dialogue and song also, which are given by amateur and professional actors. It was also applied to the representation of mythological subjects or allegorical figures, right? When we talk about its origin, it has its origin in the folk tradition where masked players would wear masks, gaudy garments, and they presented themselves as deities of classical mythology. They celebrated dynastic occasions, right? The earliest mask test is Proteus and adamantine rock, which was performed at Grace in 1594 in honor of Queen Elizabeth I, right? Then we have one more example, familiar example from Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare. In the rustic, when we have the rustic presentation of Pyramus and Thisbe as a wedding entertainment in Shakespeare's work A Midsummer Night's Dream, right? This offers a familiar example. Then spectators were invited to join in the dancing, but at the end the players would take off their masks to reveal their identities. Now our next point is, what is its purpose? As it is a form of entertainment that includes performers wearing masks, its purpose is to highlight one of the themes of the play that is important to keep oaths, right? For example, we have here the Tempest, which is a play about honor and loyalty. Prospero tries to lead Ferdinand to fall in love with his daughter, but then he also tries to impress upon him the fact that an oath of love is a serious thing, right? The masque has both qualities, an operatic and fairy tale quality. Both qualities are produced in the masque. It provides a bridge for the action of the play to move from the magical island back to the civilized Milan, right? It means it has both qualities, operatic, and it also has a fairy tale quality. And the poetry of the play also changes with the masque, and there is also masque sequence in Romeo and Juliet, and then Henry VIII, and one more thing is John Milton's Comus, which is described as a masque, though it is generally reckoned as a pastoral play. The masque appeared as a form of festive courtly entertainment. It flourished in 16th and early 17th century in Europe, though it was developed earlier in Italy. Masks were typically complimentary, offering to the prince among his guests, and might combine pastoral settings and these mythological fables, the dramatic elements of ethical debate, and it combined in itself with all these elements. It has music, dance, singing, acting, poetic drama, splendid costumes, colorful stage, with an elaborate stage design, right? And among these, the architectural framing and costume, these were designed by a renowned architect. Professional actors and musicians were hired for the speaking and singing parts. They appeared as a personified abstraction, like we have love, delight, and harmony. The characters appeared as a personified abstractions, and the number of characters was usually restricted to 6. Then we have one more example that is from the Fairy Queen. A descriptive narrative of the processional masque is the Masque of the Seven Deadly Sins in Edmund Spenser's The Fairy Queen, right? In Canto 4. And these masks were performed particularly at royal wedding celebrations with royal costumes. After the union of the crowns, narrative elements of the mask became more significant. After the union of the crowns, they became more significant. Now plots were often based on classical or allegorical themes, glorifying the royal or noble sponsor. At the end, the audience would join with the actors in a final dance, right? And Ben Jonson wrote a number of masks with this stage design. Next we will talk about the masks in 16th, 17th century, 18th century, 19th century onwards. Actually, the most outstanding humanists, poets and artists of the day, in the full intensity of their creative arts, devoted themselves to produce masks. And until the Puritans closed the English theatres, that was closed in 1642, we can say the mask was the highest art form in England. It was the highest art form, and by the time of the English Restoration, that is 1660, the mask was there. But the English semi-opera, which developed in the later part of the 17th century, borrowed some elements from the masks, right? And in the 18th century, masks were even less frequently staged. When we later on during the late 19th and early 20th century, English composers turned to the masque, and in the 20th century, Ralph Vaughan Williams wrote several masques, right? Lambert also wrote a piece he called a masque, Summer's Last Will and Testament, and his title he took from Thomas Nash, right? Next, I will start now list of important masques and the writers, and I will start with Ben Jonson, as it was a favorite composition with him, with Ben Jonson. It was a favorite composition, and he wrote more than 20 masques for the court, including these are the among his masques we have all these: Hymenide 1606, then Hue and Cry after Cupid, the Masque of Beauty 1608, the Masque of Queens, and then we also have Love Freed from Ignorance, then Love Restored, the Fortunate Isles, and he wrote more than 20, right? But this was not enough. He also invented the anti-masque, which preceded the masque. This is about Ben Jonson, who wrote a number of masques with state design. Next, we have Hall's Chronicle, who wrote masques inserted within the Chronicle. Then we have Francis Beaumont, the Masque of Flowers, John Milton, Commerce. Then Shakespeare, mass scenes in the Shakespeare introduced mass scenes in the following plays: The Winter's Tale, The Tempest, A Midsummer Night's Dream, right? So friends, this is all about the masque, which was of Italian origin and came to England in the early years of the 16th century. And Milton's Commerce's very famous masque here. The modern ballet is something like the old masque with the additional attractions of beautiful speeches and songs, right? So friends, this is all about today's topic. I hope you will like the content, and in my next video I will discuss another form of drama. I hope you will like the content, and if you like it, please hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel, and if you are new to my channel, please hit the bell button so that you can get notifications for my upcoming videos. Thanks a lot for watching.